Hey, Steelers Nation. We're back with an exclusive video packed with the latest updates on our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any exclusive updates or exciting Steelers news. All right, let's dive into this breaking story because it's shaking up the entire NFL right now. The rumor mill is absolutely on fire, and the buzz coming out of Pittsburgh couldn't be louder. Word is that Patrick Surtain II, one of the most elite young cornerbacks in the league, has officially signed with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's right, Patrick Surtain II in black and gold. Let that sink in for a second. The move comes after weeks of speculation, secret meetings, and cryptic posts that had fans refreshing social media every 5 minutes. Now it's apparently done, and if this rumor holds true, it instantly changes the identity of the Steelers' defense. Imagine pairing Surtain with Minkah Fitzpatrick in the secondary. Two football IQ geniuses patrolling the field. This isn't just a signing, it's a statement. It's the Steelers telling the entire AFC North that they're done playing safe. They're coming for the top. And honestly, who could blame them? The defense already had bite, but now it's got fangs. The reaction around the league is wild. Coaches whispering, analysts double-checking sources, and fans losing their minds. It's not official yet, but where there's smoke, there's usually a full-on firestorm brewing. Now, let's talk about the timing, because this move doesn't feel random at all. The Steelers have been quietly building something under Mike Tomlin. Discipline, toughness, and that signature Steelers swagger. But for years, they've been missing that true shutdown corner. They've had solid players, sure, but not a generational talent who can erase an entire side of the field. Patrick Surtain II is that guy. Just 24 years old, but already playing like a 10-year veteran, with instincts that can't be taught. Denver's loss is Pittsburgh's massive gain, and this could go down as one of the smartest, boldest moves in franchise history. Tomlin has always said the game is about imposing your will, and Surtain brings that same energy, controlled, confident, dominant. The front office's willingness to make this splash signals they're going all in for a deep playoff push, maybe even eyeing that elusive 7th Lombardi trophy. And let's be honest, this feels like the missing puzzle piece. If you thought the Steelers' defense was scary before, just wait until Surtain suits up and starts locking down WR1S every Sunday. What's fascinating is how fast this came together. If the reports are true, negotiations were lightning quick. It's almost like both sides knew this was destiny. Patrick Surtain II has been admired by Steelers scouts since his Alabama days, and the connection with Minkah Fitzpatrick probably helped smooth the process. Two Crimson Tide products reuniting under Tomlin's system? That's chemistry waiting to explode. And make no mistake, this move shifts the balance of power in the AFC. The Bengals, Ravens, and Browns better be paying attention because throwing against this secondary just got a whole lot more dangerous. Imagine Joe Burrow trying to read coverages with Surtain and Fitzpatrick disguising their looks. Nightmare fuel. This is the kind of acquisition that doesn't just fill a need, it redefines the team's ceiling. The fans in Pittsburgh are buzzing, waving their terrible towels like it's playoff season already. The locker room must be electric too, because every defensive player knows that when a shutdown corner joins the squad, everyone's job gets easier. Pressure up front leads to picks in the back, and now it feels like the steel curtain might just be rising again. Of course, the ripple effects of this move are enormous, both short-term and long-term. First, there's the psychological edge. Opposing receivers will think twice before testing Surtain. Quarterbacks will hold the ball half a second longer, giving T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith more time to wreak havoc. The synergy between coverage and pass rush could make this defense suffocating. Then there's the leadership factor. Surtain isn't just talented, he's meticulous. His preparation, film study, and consistency set a standard that younger players will look up to. Pittsburgh has always valued character as much as skill, and Surtain embodies both. For the fans, this is the kind of signing that reignites hope, the feeling that the team is serious about contending right now. The AFC is stacked with offensive firepower, but now the Steelers can fight fire with firepower of their own, defensive firepower. Every practice rep, every defensive meeting is about to get sharper, more intense. And if this deal truly becomes official, it might go down as the turning point that launched a new era of Steelers dominance, rooted once again in defensive excellence and pure intimidation. The financial details are still a mystery, and that's part of what makes this rumor so juicy. Was it a blockbuster multi-year deal? Did Pittsburgh somehow pull off a trade without giving up key assets? The speculation is endless. But one thing's clear, the Steelers' front office has been aggressive lately, and this would fit that trend perfectly. They've quietly built one of the youngest, most complete defensive rosters in football, and now they might have added a top-3 cornerback to the mix. It's like putting a diamond on an already sharp blade. Imagine the defensive meetings Brian Flores, if he's still in the mix, or Terrell Austin drawing up schemes with SURTAIN shadowing top receivers, Minka patrolling deep, and what hunting quarterbacks like it's personal. That's not just a defense, that's an identity. If this rumor turns out true, it's a move that will echo through the AFC North for years. And honestly, knowing the Steelers' track record of pulling off smart, culture-driven acquisitions, it wouldn't be surprising if this was the next masterstroke in their long list of franchise-defining moments. Fans and analysts alike are losing it online, with social media melting down in real time. Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, everywhere you look, it's Patrick Surtain to the Steelers, memes, fan edits, and pure disbelief. Some can't believe the Broncos would let him go. Others are praising the Steelers for pulling off the impossible. And then there's the rest of the league, quietly realizing that if this is real, the road to the Super Bowl just got a whole lot harder. For years, Pittsburgh's defense has been good, top 10, sometimes elite, but they've lacked that true no-fly zone presence. Now, if this rumor sticks, they might just have the best secondary in football. The fit, the timing, the swagger, it all aligns. And as every great Steelers fan knows, when the defense dominates, championships tend to follow. It's early, but this feels special. It feels like one of those moments that people will look back on and say, that's when it all changed. The energy in Pittsburgh is different tonight. Something big is happening, and the whole NFL can feel it coming. The fallout from this rumored signing has the entire AFC buzzing. And honestly, it feels like the start of a defensive revolution in Pittsburgh. The Steelers haven't had a cornerback of this caliber since Ike Taylor, and even then, certain skill set is on another level. The potential pairing with Joey Porter Jr. gives Pittsburgh a terrifying 1-2 punch on the outside. Youth, length, and pure coverage instincts. Add in Minka Fitzpatrick's ball-hawking ability, and you're looking at a secondary built to shut down even the most explosive offenses. If this rumor proves true, the Steelers' defensive scheme could become one of the most flexible and unpredictable in football. Blitz packages could disguise as zone looks, safeties could rotate at will, and Surtain's ability to lock on a WR1S freeze up the rest of the defense to attack. It's strategic brilliance waiting to happen. Every season, there's one move that changes everything, one that alters the narrative, and this might be it. The Steelers aren't just back. They might be ahead of schedule. The kind of ahead that terrifies offensive coordinators across the league. Pittsburgh hasn't felt this dangerous since the Troy Polamalu days, and that's saying something. What makes this rumor even juicier is how it impacts team culture. Pittsburgh thrives on loyalty, discipline, and legacy, and Surtain fits that mold perfectly. He's a student of the game, raised by an NFL veteran, and known for his professionalism. That's exactly the kind of mindset that resonates with the Steelers' locker room. Mike Tomlin's no-nonsense approach, combined with Surtain's quiet confidence, could create an unstoppable chemistry. Imagine the defensive meetings. Tomlin preaching fundamentals while Surtain absorbs every detail like a sponge. The young players, especially Joey Porter Jr. and Corey Trice, will have a mentor who practices what he preaches. It's almost poetic, really. Pittsburgh's history has always been about passing down defensive wisdom from one generation to the next. From Mel Blount to Rod Woodson, from Polamalu to Fitzpatrick, and now potentially from Fitzpatrick to Surtain. It's the circle of steel, the unbroken chain of defensive excellence that defines this franchise. If this move truly happens, it won't just change the roster. it'll reinforce what the Steelers have always stood for: toughness, intelligence, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. And let's not ignore the potential ripple this sends across the AFC landscape. Teams like Kansas City, Buffalo, and Baltimore have thrived on explosive passing attacks. Now, they might have to rethink their strategies against Pittsburgh. How do you exploit a secondary where every angle is covered, every route contested, every throw risky? Even the best quarterbacks get jittery when they realize every mistake could become an interception. The psychological warfare begins long before kickoff. Surtain's arrival would make Heinz Field, Acrisure Stadium, a true fortress again. It's been years since opposing offenses genuinely feared coming to Pittsburgh, but this move might restore that reputation overnight. And the fans? They're going to feed off that energy. When the terrible towels start waving and that defense starts flying around, it's going to feel like vintage Steelers football. The type that wins games 17-13 and leaves offenses bruised, battered, and broken. This isn't just about stats. It's about bringing back that identity, that edge that once made Pittsburgh synonymous with fearsome defense and pure heart. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The other big question is, what does this mean for Denver? Losing Patrick Surtain too would be a massive blow for a team still trying to find its rhythm. He's not just a star, he's a foundational piece. If this rumor proves accurate, it suggests the Broncos are either in full rebuild mode or made a deal too good to pass up. But for Pittsburgh, this is a dream come true. Surtain is entering his prime, and Tomlin knows how to maximize elite defensive talent. This isn't just a win-now move. It's a win-for-years-to-come move. Fans have been begging for something bold, something that says, we're not settling. Well, this is it. The kind of acquisition that reignites belief, not just in the locker room, but throughout the city. The Steelers have always been more than a football team. They're part of Pittsburgh's identity. When they're great, the city feels alive. And the thought of Surtain leading a new era of defensive dominance, that's goosebump material. It's the perfect blend of youth, talent, and attitude, all wrapped up in that black and gold tradition. It's wild to think how fast narratives can change in the NFL. Just a few weeks ago, analysts were questioning whether the Steelers could keep up with the offensive arms race happening in the AFC. Now, if this rumor sticks, they might have flipped the script entirely. Defense still wins championships, and Pittsburgh just might be writing that statement in bold all over again. The thought of Surtain wearing number 2 in black and gold, lining up across from the league's best, feels cinematic. There's something old school about it, something that connects to the grit of the Steel City itself. It's like destiny, really. A team built on toughness, finding its next great defensive superstar. Fans will remember where they were when this news broke. They'll talk about the time Pittsburgh took a chance, made a move, and changed the trajectory of the franchise. Whether it's officially confirmed or still in the bubbling under rumor stage, one thing's for sure. The entire football world is watching, waiting, and wondering just how far the Steelers team can go now. If this signing becomes reality, the Steelers might have just built the blueprint for how to win in the modern NFL. Balance offense, unleash defense, and invest in players who elevate everyone around them. Patrick Surtain, too, is that kind of player, rare, refined, and relentless. His addition could spark a defensive renaissance, a return to the kind of football that makes opponents dread Sunday afternoons in Pittsburgh. Imagine the opening game, the crowd roaring, the defense setting the tone, and Surtain snagging an interception to seal the win. That's the vision, that's the dream, and it suddenly feels within reach. This move, rumored or real, has already reignited the passion of Steelers Nation. The excitement, the pride, the fire, it's all back. And if Patrick Surtain, too, truly walks through those doors, the message will be clear. The Steel Curtain is not just a memory. It's alive, rebuilt, and ready to dominate the league once again. This isn't just another signing. It's a declaration of intent. Pittsburgh is coming, and the rest of the NFL better be ready. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.